also fine with saying what I gotta say, and then if y'all still believe the lie, then that's fine too. But how about this? Let's just stop leaking stuff. Let's just stop leaking stuff, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I don't want to feel, I'm about to keep talking about this, and I also don't want to feel like I'm walking on eggshells, like, oh my God, I have a movie coming out. That means a fake rumor's about to come out. Another thing about the divorce is about to come out. Okay, I have this movie coming out. Oh God, and we're just waiting for something to, it's too much. It's too much.
Rumors are swirling that Aaron Pierre has gotten another woman pregnant. But what really sent the internet into a frenzy wasn't the rumor itself. It was how Teyana Taylor responded. There was no dramatic statement, no meltdown, no long captions, just one cold, calculated move that spoke louder than words. It caught everyone off guard. Her reaction didn't scream heartbreak. It whispered something even stronger. She was done. And now, with no clear answers, no confirmations, and a flood of emotions from both sides, the internet is on fire. No one saw this twist coming, and nobody can look away. It all started with one photo. A blurry paparazzi shot of Aaron walking out of a restaurant with a woman most fans didn't recognize. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't just the mystery woman. It was the way Aaron's hand gently rested on her waist. And more than that, the way her oversized sweater couldn't fully hide what looked like a baby bump. Within hours, a gossip blog ran the headline: Aaron Pierre allegedly expecting child with new woman. No names, no confirmations, just a bold claim and one blurry image. That was all it took. Fan pages started sharing the photo, Twitter exploded with threads dissecting the timeline, and everyone began asking the same question. Is Aaron about to become a father? If so, when did this start? And what does it mean for his relationship with Teyana? As the rumor gained momentum, all eyes turned to Teyana. Fans waited to see if she'd make a statement, defend him, or maybe deny everything. But instead, she dropped a single, chilling Instagram story. You play stupid games. That was it. No names. No emojis. Just a sentence that felt like a dagger. Moments later, people noticed she had unfollowed Aaron. Then, like clockwork, she began deleting every photo of them together, years of memories wiped in minutes. But she wasn't finished. Hours after that, she posted a new picture, flawless makeup, perfect lighting, holding a drink, with a simple caption: unbothered medium skin tone victory or peace sign. It was quiet. It was cold. It was powerful. The message was clear. She wasn't crying, she wasn't begging, and she wasn't going to explain herself. The internet exploded. Some called it savage. Others called it sad. But everyone agreed. She meant business. Sources close to Teyana say she had no idea this rumor was coming. One insider revealed she found out through the same viral posts we all saw. There was no warning, no conversation, no honesty, just a headline and a picture. The source described her reaction as a mix of disbelief and pain. Not just because of what happened, but how it happened. She reportedly felt exposed, humiliated, and deeply betrayed. And the worst part? She had still been defending Aaron to friends, giving him the benefit of the doubt, and trying to trust again. After everything she'd already been through in her past relationship, this was supposed to be her safe space. Instead, it turned into another public heartbreak. According to the same source, this rumor might have been the breaking point. The one thing she couldn't ignore, spin, or forgive. While Teyana was silently burning the internet down with her actions, Aaron remained completely quiet. No Instagram stories. No tweets. No public denial. Nothing. His last social media post from weeks ago became flooded with comments, thousands of people asking the same thing: is it true? But he didn't respond. His silence grew louder with each passing hour. Some fans were furious. They called him weak, fake, and selfish. You had a queen and still messed it up, one person wrote. Others tried to play devil's advocate, suggesting maybe it wasn't his baby, or maybe the photo was taken out of context. But those voices were drowned out by the outrage. Because if it really was just a rumor, why not say something? Why let Teyana take the fall, the embarrassment, the chaos? The more he stayed silent, the more people started to believe the worst. As expected, the internet erupted into chaos, dividing itself into two clear factions. On one side were the loyal supporters of Teyana, standing firmly behind her, lifting her up with encouragement, admiration, and a sense of protectiveness. Her fans rallied to her defense, praising her composure and the way she chose to respond to the situation, quietly, but powerfully. Her now viral photo, the one where she looked calm, collected, and seemingly unbothered, was shared across social media like it was sacred scripture. People captioned it with affirmations of her strength and resilience. One popular tweet read, "She handled that like a queen. No words, just action." Another supporter commented, "Teyana has already survived worse. This won't break her, it'll build her." Her fans turned their heartbreak and anger into a digital shield, protecting her with every repost, every like, every message of support. Meanwhile, the digital pitchforks were aimed squarely at Aaron. The man at the center of the storm was suddenly public enemy number one. Tweets and posts dragged him without mercy. One particularly biting message said, "You fumbled the bag, bro," capturing the collective disbelief that someone would risk everything for something so careless. Another fan wrote, "Teyana deserves peace, not problems." The online criticism quickly turned ruthless, with hashtags like #TeyanaDeservesBetter, #AaronExposed, and #NotAgain dominating the trending lists. The mood was more than just disappointment. It was betrayal, outrage, and a sense of déjà vu for those who had watched Teyana weather public heartbreak before. This wasn't just gossip, it was a public reckoning. Social media became the courtroom, and Aaron was on trial, convicted in the court of public opinion with no chance to defend himself. The drama didn't end with the initial backlash. Instead, it snowballed into a wave of speculation. Theories started flying across the internet like wildfire. Everyone had a different take, a new angle, a piece of the puzzle they believed others had missed. Some fans were convinced that Aaron had been seeing the mysterious woman for months, perhaps even while he was still in a relationship with Teyana. They became digital detectives, analyzing old photos, decoding cryptic comments, tracking location tags, and connecting dots that may or may not have been meant to be connected. Every Instagram post, every tweet, every tagged location became potential evidence. Others believed the situation wasn't a mistake or accident. It was deliberate. A few people speculated that Aaron may have orchestrated this chaos as a way to push Teyana away without having to be the one to end things. In this version of the story, the betrayal wasn't just about cheating. It was a calculated move designed to hurt her enough to make her leave. And then there were those who thought the entire incident was a public relations stunt. According to these theorists, the scandal was meant to serve as a distraction, either for Teyana, Aaron, or someone in their circle. The idea was that something even bigger might be coming, and this mess was a smokescreen to keep the public focused on the drama instead of the real issue. But things took an even more complicated turn when the deeper conspiracy theories emerged. Some fans started to question whether Teyana already knew about the other woman all along. They speculated that she had been sitting on this information for weeks, maybe even months, waiting for the right moment to make it public. In their minds, her calm demeanor and unbothered photo weren't just about grace, they were strategic. It wasn't a reaction, it was a statement. Other fans believed this heartbreak might push her back into the arms of Iman, or at least make her swear off romantic relationships for a while. Still others speculated that Aaron's complete silence during the uproar wasn't a coincidence. They wondered if lawyers were involved now, if he had been advised to keep quiet for legal reasons. Whether it was damage control or something more serious, his refusal to speak only made people hungrier for answers. At the core of all the noise, all the tweets, the theories, and the hashtags, lies something far more human, the pain of betrayal. Beyond the celebrity status, beyond the headlines, what this really is a story about trust broken in the most public way imaginable. Teyana didn't just date Aaron, she opened up her life to him. She brought him into her inner world, gave him access to her space, her energy, her family, her future. She believed in him. That kind of vulnerability, when met with deception, doesn't just hurt, it changes you. And now, she's left to deal with the aftermath. Whether the rumor of a pregnancy is true or not doesn't change what's already been damaged. The emotional weight is there, and it's heavy. The silence that follows a betrayal like this can be louder than any confession. And in Teyana's case, the silence is being watched by millions. For Aaron, this isn't just a scandal, it's a blow that might follow him for years. His public image has taken a serious hit, and no amount of explanation, if it ever comes, will completely undo the stain left behind. The internet has a long memory, especially when it comes to hurting people they admire. He isn't just the guy who may have made a mistake, he's the guy who hurt Teyana, and that label isn't going to wash off easily. And for Teyana, this is yet another painful chapter in a story already marked by too many hard lessons. She's had her share of ups and downs in love, and each time she's handled them with dignity, strength, and an almost supernatural ability to rise above the drama. But strength doesn't mean she doesn't feel the pain. Being resilient doesn't mean you don't break a little inside. What the world is seeing now is a woman navigating heartbreak under a microscope, forced to process her grief in real time while strangers argue over her life like it's entertainment. This situation is about more than two people and a viral moment. It's about the toll that public scrutiny takes on private lives. It's about how hard it is to heal when your heartbreak is trending. It's about the way the internet builds people up only to dissect them when they fall. And most of all, it's about how difficult it is to trust again when your love story becomes a spectacle for the world to judge. In the end, no one but the people involved know the full truth. The public can speculate, analyze, and debate, but they'll only ever have pieces of the story. What's left now is for time to pass, for wounds to heal, and for Teyana to find peace again. Whether that's through music, solitude, friendship, or something entirely new. And as for Aaron, only time will tell whether he'll find a way to rebuild what's been broken, or whether this moment will define him for the wrong reasons. So now we turn it to you. Do you think the pregnancy rumor is true, or just another messy internet setup? Did Teyana handle it with grace, or should she have spoken up more directly? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you believe no woman deserves to be blindsided like that, hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines, because some drama isn't just juicy, it's heartbreaking.